Hi, my name is Hayden and this is my Life in a Bag speech. To give you a little bit of background knowledge on myself, I am a sophomore here at JJC studying political science, and I'm hoping that next semester in the fall, I will be able to transfer to St. Francis University here in Joliet, which is why I chose this St. Francis bag for my speech today. The first item I wanted to share with you guys was my fishing jig. This represents my love for fishing, and yeah, it's my go-to fishing lure just due to its really flashy presentation, and it's a little bit tricky to use. It took me about maybe 1 to 2 years to learn how to efficiently use one of these guys, and I really think the hard work was worth it. It's really rewarding when you catch a fish because not only is it tricky to use, but the fish end up spitting it out most of the time. So when you're able to land a fish, it really makes you feel good. I had learned to fish when I was about maybe 6 years old. Me and my family would go every weekend and visit my grandparents out in rural Iowa. My grandfather had a lake located near his house, and he would teach all of the grandkids how to fish. And I really fell in love with the sport. I really like it and really enjoy it. But unfortunately, in 2011, when he passed away, I kind of forgot how to fish altogether and kind of gave up on it until about maybe 1 to 2 years ago. I started teaching myself, and I've been doing it ever since. I'm hoping in the future to open up my own tackle store, and I currently have a couple social media pages dedicated to my fishing adventures. So the next item I wanted to share with you guys was my camera to represent my love for art and photography. I am actually able to use film, Polaroids, and digital cameras like the one I just showed you. When I first started here at JJC, I was originally an art major, hoping to major in photography, but after taking a few classes here at JJC, I just decided that structured art wasn't for me, and I was probably better off at pursuing it independently. I have actually won a few awards here in local contests in Illinois for my work, and unfortunately due to COVID, I haven't really been able to participate in those anymore. So I'm really hoping that once everything starts to open up again, I can start submitting my work and try and win some more awards. My third item I have for you guys is my favorite book, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I had first read this book about a couple months ago and was really surprised that I liked it just due to the fact that I'm not much of a fiction person. I usually read more nonfiction books and history books, but I think this book was so well written that it really resonated with me, and I pretty much recommend it to anybody who asks for a good read. Basically, the book features some college students set in the 1980s and features themes such as murder, intrigue, and academia. My fourth item I wanted to share with you guys were my motorbike gloves. The reason I wear these is because they prevent blisters and they also kind of give you a better grip on the throttle, so they're really important to use. Plus, they kind of look pretty cool. I had purchased my first mini bike, or motorbike at all for that matter, last summer. I had purchased it in a cool dirt bike store, knowing nothing about dirt bikes, and taught myself pretty much everything there was to know about them on YouTube. I had taken apart the entire bike and put in a new 212cc engine, a new air intake, new chain, new tires, and new clutch. So now it can go to about maybe 30-35 miles per hour, but I'm hoping after some further modifications, I can get it to 40 miles per hour, which is pretty impressive being that it's a tiny little pit bike. And my last item I wanted to share with you guys today was if I can get it out, this stein that I had purchased on my trip to Europe back in 2018 with my mom. This was purchased in Munich, Germany, and it features the crest of Germany, which is often represented by an eagle, and the crests of all the major cities of both old and current Germany, which I think is really cool. The day that I had purchased this, me and my mom had rented some bicycles and had been riding around the city of Munich and visiting different kinds of street markets, cafes, churches, and we had even seen some surfers. There's a river that runs through the city that is pretty much filled with melted mountain snow water, and it creates these rapids and waves that surfers are actually able to surf, and it was really cool. And we found this guy near a little market stall, and I purchased it. My grandma is actually from Germany, so it was very, very cool to see where she was born and raised, and it was really, really life-changing, and I'm glad that I went. So Thank you all for listening and kind of learning a bit more about me and what makes me me.